A lot of people always tell me there's nothing they could do in MW3. The skill-based matchmaking is just way too high. They shoot first, die first, and no matter what they try, they just can't get their KDs to go up. Now guys, I'm here to tell you that there's a few things you guys should be doing in this game that takes minimal effort, and you could raise your KDs up a lot. And I'm talking like 0.20, 0.30, not just one or two. You could bring that KD up a lot. Now we're gonna get into these. There's 6 tips I want to talk about, and you guys should definitely be doing these. What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare 3 video. Like I said, man, today we're going to be talking about 6 things, but there's also a bonus one that I feel needs to be mentioned as well, and we're just going to go over these one by one, and you guys are going to see that these things are so easy, and you're going to be wondering why you haven't been doing them in the game. Now guys, before we start it off, if you could drop a like on this video, it'll show me that you guys like tip videos, and I would really appreciate that. And also let me know down in the comments below, what is your actual KD in this game? I'm going to break something down for you guys. The actual KD, the average KD of all players in this game is not 1.0. A lot of people think that it is 1.0, and that's just a huge misconception. So basically, for every time you get a kill, somebody has to die. Every time someone in the game gets a kill, somebody has to die. So you would think that there's 10,000 kills, that means there's 10,000 deaths, but that's not the case. That would be a 1.0 KD, but there's also a lot of other ways people die. A lot of people die from fall damage, explosions of their own grenades and stuff like that, and just a lot of different ways. So the average KD is actually sitting around somewhere between a 1.90 to a 1.93, or sorry, 0.90 to 0.93 within this game. If it was 1.93, we'd all be pros. But anyways, like I'm saying, man, if you got a 1.0 KD, you are above average. Do not worry about it. If you got a lower one, guys, yo, we're here. We got tips for you. Number one, I want to talk about, and this is one that everybody overlooks, patience, man. Patience is going to be the number one thing that gets you kills in this game. And I mean, don't chase kills, all right? Let people come to you. Let them push you like crazy until you know that they're frustrated and they're actually playing more aggressively. That's when you just sit back, relax, and let every single person come to you and get a bunch of kills. I'll give you guys an example here. I play a lot of Search and Destroy. It's my most played game mode. When I'm not on the planting team, when I'm on the defending team, I sit back near my spawn. I don't care if people call me a camper and stuff like that. I'll pick off 3 or 4 people as they're all pushing. They don't need to push. They're planting. I mean, they should be defending the bomb. They're planting on it. They don't need to be pushing me like crazy, but they do. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they push my spawn, but I get a bunch of kills like that because I'm patient and I wait for them. You could do this in any game mode. TDM, you could take a head glitch somewhere, hold it, and just wait for people to come to you. And the more they come to you, the more angry they get that every time you kill them, the more they're not going to be paying attention. They're going to be running like a headless chicken, and you can just drop them over and over again. Number 2, guys, I want to talk about angles, okay? There's a lot to talk about with angles, but we're going to go over it briefly. And what I mean by angles is holding head glitches, standing at the top of staircases. A lot of people don't realize that it's super important. Proning near a corner, which is also really important, and always just try to be aware and know that you have cover somewhere near you, or know that there's cover around you in case somebody starts shooting at you. You could go ahead and hide behind it easily and not take more damage. Now, let's talk about head glitches. There's a lot of head glitches in this game. Basically, you want to stand behind an object that hides your whole entire body and only your head is sticking out. The enemies will have such a hard time to hit you that it just is so much easier for you guys to get the kill. You're going to see their entire body. They're going to see just your head. That's great. Next, standing at the top of stairs. If you stand at the top of a staircase and back up maybe like 3 feet or something like that, it's basically a head glitch as well. The enemies will run to that staircase. You will see their entire body, and again, they will only see the top of your head. The rest of your body is going to be hidden from the staircase. It's just really hard to hit you and actually stay on target and stuff, especially if you're shooting at them. They're going to flinch and all that kind of stuff. It's going to make them miss their shots. That's just really good. Now, what I mean also by proning near a corner is lying down near a corner where your whole body is behind the corner, but your head is sticking out around and you're pointing your gun at someone. Again, you're going to be very hard to see. They might think you're a dead body for a while. It works out in your favor and all that kind of stuff. And when you want to have cover near you, you just got to make sure that no matter where you're running, you're just not wide out in the open like a sitting duck, because that's not going to work for you guys either. So make sure that there's always cover somewhere, even if it's a wall, a little garbage can, doesn't matter. As long as there's cover somewhere that if you start getting shot at and you have no way of winning the gunfight, you can just hide behind there and do your thing. Now, I also want to go on to number 3 here before we get on to the bonus one, and that is sound and awareness. Okay, a lot of people play this game in music on, a lot of people play this with the TV volume up or super low or whatever. It's just, again, it's not going to work out in your favor. And this is why whenever I play with friends, I put their volume down halfway. I don't want to hear them over the game. You want to take a moment to sound horror, and it is a thing. It is a real thing. You want to sit there and see if you could hear where enemies are, where they're shooting, all that kind of stuff. And it's good. This way you go ahead, you get a kill or two by sound whoring, and then you could go ahead, take cover, listen some more, check your radar. Always be checking your radar, guys. It has a lot to do with awareness. And even if there is no red dots on the radar, you will see your teammates on the radar. And if you see a bunch of teammates in one area, nobody's killing or getting kills, then you know that the enemies aren't there. So you kind of got to figure out where they are on the map. And they're probably at the empty area of the map where no action is happening because you guys are all on opposite ends of each other. But there's a lot of stuff like that. And always update your mind on the situation of the match and your immediate surroundings. You got to always know where stuff are. You got to always listen for things as well. There's a lot of sound cues in this game that help you out a lot and will help you get a lot more kills. Now, let's talk about a bonus one here, all right? This one is to use streaks that will get a lot of kills for you guys, but streaks that you don't actually have to control, like the gunship. You don't want that because then you're putting yourself in a vulnerable spot. You're sitting out in the open ready to die while you're in the gunship. You don't want that. Instead, what I recommend is like a VTOL, for example. VTOLs are great because you call those in, they kind of do like a little mini carpet bomb, and then they go ahead and just start shooting at people. There's also the sentry gun or the turret or whatever you want to call it. That's great as well. You place it somewhere and it starts shooting at people that come in that area. Anything like that is going to work, but there's also tactical streaks as well, like UAVs, advanced UAVs, counter UAVs that will help you stay alive longer and also help you get more kills as well. So those are really important. What I recommend is throwing on a VTOL, a UAV, and just another streak that's going to get you a bunch of kills that you don't have to control. That's going to be worth it in my opinion, so I'm going to recommend that all the time. Let's move on to number 4 here, guys, and that's flashiness, man. Too many times I kill people because they think they got a drop shot, they think they got a jump shot, they think they got to play super fancy just to drop me, which is not the case. I'll stand completely still and I'll drop these people. I should probably lose, let's be honest, but because they're trying to play too nice, they're actually doing themselves a disfavor, all right? So unless you're trying to get like amazing clips or content or a montage and stuff like that, don't go for these flashy fancy shots, all right? It's just not worth it, all right? Focus on the objective, focus on kills. Eventually you're gonna look like a god even without noticing. Like I said, I could play some lobbies where I'll be the best in the lobby. I'll go like 115 and I'll barely move. I'll literally just head glitch and just do stuff like that and let the enemies come to me. They'll try to drop shot me, they'll try to jump shot, they'll try to 360. Let them. It's fun. I mean, I'll get more kills. I'm happy with it, you know? But it is what it is. Let's move on to number 5, and this is crosshairs and pre-aiming, okay? You gotta have your crosshairs pre-aiming at all times. This doesn't mean to ADS and walk around ADS or just walk around and not sprint and stuff. Definitely still sprint. Definitely still do what you gotta do, but have those crosshairs lined up where you think enemies are going to be, or a very known hotspot where enemies normally are. So if there's a head glitch somewhere further down the map, you want to have those crosshairs, that little dot in the center of your screen, pointed right there, just in case someone pops up in that area. All you got to do is ADS and shoot, and you're going to get the kill really, really fast. Whereas if you're running around and your crosshairs are looking at the floor, but then you see someone pop up on the left of your screen and stuff, you got to readjust your whole entire aim at them while you're getting shot at, and you're probably gonna die. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, I shoot first, die first. It's because you're not prepared for the gunfight. And yeah, okay, sometimes in this game I will admit you do shoot first and die first, and it is BS, let's be honest, but for the most part the servers aren't that bad. Like they're awful, don't get me wrong, but they're not that bad where the netcode is just going to give the enemies every single gunfight. That just doesn't make sense, all right? Now, unless you have horrible internet, it's probably you, all right? I don't want to say that's not nice to say, but we gotta face it. I had to learn the hard way, man. I was one of those people who always blamed the game and stuff, but once you realize that it's you and there's things you can do to change it, you're gonna realize that your KD is just going up and up and up. Like I said, my KD at the beginning of this game was at a low 1.20, and right now it's sitting at a 1.50 as I'm doing all the camo challenges for every single weapon. It's going up. Normally people who do camo challenges, it goes down. For me, it's going up, so I'm not mad. Let's move on to number 6, guys. You gotta know when to camp and you gotta know when to rush. If the enemies are pushing you like crazy, hold back and let them come. If you see that there's no action happening, there's enemies camping on their side of the map and stuff like that, then go ahead, rush, get a kill or two, then play it slow again, go ahead, rush again, get another kill or two. And I'm one of those people that I gotta be constantly moving, but I know when to stay still. You gotta also know that as well. You can't just be always on the move like a headless chicken. You gotta realize when you gotta stay back and hold off a certain ground. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, if I did help you guys out at all, I would truly appreciate a like with a sub to the channel if there's notifications turned on. I was gonna say notifications or I don't know why I just messed that up, but anyways, if you could do that, that would be awesome. And again, let me know down in the comments below what your KD is, and then come back to this video in a couple months, check it out, and see if you actually brought it up or not. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.